All right, guys, we're about to start. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, so sharing the screen. Give me a second here, guys. Getting ready to share the screen here. All right, so guys, we are live here. Welcome to our training tonight. We're going to talk about getting your Club Cash Fund business going. So my screen is shared. Let's go make sure you see everything here. All right, so it's looking good. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to dive right into everything so we can get this going. Again, thanks, guys, for joining me on. Hopefully, I'll have a recording on for later so you can refer back to this so you could, if you've missed anything, you could actually get back and watch this video and get all the details from it. With this call tonight, I'm going to go through a lot of training materials, so not a whole lot of overview about the back office or Club Cash Fund as a whole. Just going to dive into a lot of training tonight. It's probably going to run us about 20 minutes of training, and then I'll answer any questions you guys have. So you know what? Let's get right into it. So the thing with this, and quick thing here, I'm going to draw out on a whiteboard here. You go with Club Cash Fund when you get started is to get members in. You could definitely sit back and be a passive member to this and wait for the company to, in a sense, recruit for you. But if you want to get this going right away, you want to do some recruiting so you can snowball this process so it's happening faster. So with Club Cash Fund, there is 3 levels that you get paid on. There's actually 5 levels, but there's going to be 3 levels that you personally get paid on. And so this is 4 and this is 5. So the first level is going to be you, and the next level is going to be your sponsor. The next level below that is your sponsor. So I'm going to put sponsor here. And then this one is reserved for pro members. If you're not quite sure what the pro member is, you definitely want to check your back office, and under pro members or pro tab, you want to click on that, and it will take you to a spot where it explains what the pro membership is. And of course, number 5 is always reserved for the company. That's how the company stays in business. All right. So the goal of this is for you to start some recruiting for yourself. Start getting people in the Club Cash Fund so you could ultimately move down to these positions, right? But as you move down, you have people on, above you that you've sponsored who are sponsoring other people, which allow you to make money in a passive fashion. Because if you have, let's say this is you here and you sponsored someone, you sponsored, let's say, 5 people below you. You have these 5 people, in a sense, going out there recruiting, and every time they make money, you're making money too. So you definitely want the numbers to work for you. So the more people you have sponsored, then the more people are, making money with you, and you're making money because they're making money. So what I'm going to show you today in this training is how to get that process started, how to go out and get, say, 5 members. The thing you want to concentrate on is you want to set a goal for yourself. And in our blueprint that I talked about, the goal is to, go out there and get 5 people. Let's see, I'm going to get another board here. The thing with this is you want to go out there and get 5 people. And the reason you want to go out there and get 5 people is it really springboards you into getting a lot more members in. Because you never know, having those people come in, what they might do, right? You might have a superstar from that 5, and if they go out there and really, kill this thing, you stand to make a lot of money. So for the blueprint, Our blueprint training, it talks about your goal should go out there and get 5. So what you're shooting for is the number 5. So if you did not see that fast start training, if you don't have it, definitely reach out to me. Let me get that fast start training to you. It will explain all this blueprint that we have going here and why you want to, set a goal for yourself, 5, or if you really have big goals here, 25. So the 5 and 25 mark. So either of those and anything in between that. That should be your goal. So with your goal being 5, you can see that it's a very doable process, especially when you're just getting started. Just concentrate on getting 5, and then the rest will take care of itself. Because if you know how to get 5, you could scale it up and go get 25. So the way I suggest you do this is to start off right off the gate doing an activity that actually gets you results. When people come into this, they might think, okay, I'm going to go out there and do little bits of things. The thing is, you want to attack this really quickly so you can get your process up and going fast so you could have your 5, really duplicating and you really start making some serious money on a weekly basis. How I suggest you do this is go where the traffic source is, right? Just go get the traffic. Just get this done because let me just say this. There's tons of ways to market online. Just tons of ways. There's anywhere from business cards, flyers, postcards, email marketing. There's marketing with banners. This Facebook, Instagram. I mean, there's so many things to do online that if you try to learn something at this point and then go do it, it's going to slow your process down. So what I suggest that you guys do is focus on something that's going to work today, something that works instantly and fast. And the fastest way to do this is to just go get the traffic from where the traffic is. And where the traffic lies is in something they call solo ads. Now, solo ads, all it is an email service that people have emails, a list of email, like a big group of people who are on their email list. And all you're going to do is take your Club Cash Fund link and tell that person to just send it to their email list. Because these people on this email list, the email list that we're going to send it to, have an interest in making money from home. So if they have an interest from making money at home, all you're going to need to do is just send your link to these people and have them take a look at your opportunity. So the quickest way to do that and the cheapest way to do that is through a company I'm going to show you right here called Udimi. Now, Udemy is a service that sends out people's opportunities to people they want to connect with. So if you have an opportunity and you want people to look at it who are looking for a business opportunity, this is the cheapest place that I've found that you could actually come and have results and get activity in your business. I mean, I definitely use it constantly. Now with Udemy, like I mentioned here, let's see here. We're gonna delete some stuff here. With Udemy, all you're doing is sending out an email, and you're not even sending an email. All you're doing is telling the list owner to send out your link to their list. All right, so we got solo ads here. And the reason it's called solo ad because it's your ad is the only ad that's going out that's going to be seen by this person for whatever time frame. So unlike advertising in newspaper where there's tons of ads in the newspaper, your email is the only email that's going to be sent out to the amount of people that you specify that you want to go see this. So you have your Club Cash Fund link. You contact the solo dealer. So this would be the solo dealer. And you tell the solo dealer, I want you to send my opportunity out to your list. Oh, dealer. Okay, all right, guys, I think you got the gist of what that I'm saying here with the solo dealer. So you contact the solo dealer, tell them to send out your Club Cash Fund link to their email list. They send out your link to the email list, and what you have is instant people going to look at Club Cash Fund. So instant people are looking at your business. So that's why, when you're looking in the back office, you're seeing people have lots of referrals or lots of leads or lots of hits. I mean, they're doing this because this works. So you get instant results in a sense. So you have people come from the email list that the dealer has. They look at your Club Cash Fund link, and remember that Club Cash Fund has, that name and email. So the person put their name and email in there instantly. They get added on to the company autoresponder. Now the company autoresponder sends out messages to follow up with that email person who put their name and email, in a sense, in a constant fashion to remind them to go back and sign up for Club Cash Fund. So you want these people to go there as fast as you can, because you want that process to begin as soon as you can. You don't want this to, drag out for months and months. Now, once a person put their name and email address in, what happens is they get popped over in Club Cash Fund that video with John Stalvey. So this is the video. So this is the video with John. All right, so John Stalvey kind of explained what this is all about, and then he kind of tells them to go ahead and request their starter kit, fill out some details, the starter kit. And that's how you'll see this in your back office. You'll see that you had some hits to your site, right? Then you got some leads, and then you'll have people who request the kits. So that's the process. And this could happen really instantaneously. So pretty much whenever you go to Udemy and you request that sold deal, send out an email to the list, you specify what time you want them to send out. Do you want to have them send out in the next 24 hours, say in 7 days, in 3 days? So depending on which sold deal, you get to tell them exactly when you want your ad to go out to their list. So that's why this process is so much faster than anything else you could do online, because you instantly get traffic. So let me walk you over to Udemy and show you how to actually use this platform. So when you sign up for Udemy, you're going to have a home page just like I do. You can definitely, update your profile and do all that thing. Is it necessary? It really isn't necessary. Do I suggest it? I really do suggest it. So, people can see each other and get to know each other. Because, I mean, the more you get to know people, the easier it is to work with them, I believe, and you get different perks. Different perks in the sense that someone recognizes you, and if you're doing different things, they can know who you are. So once you're on Udemy, the thing with this is I'm going to show you 2 ways you could do this. Now let's log into our Club Cash Fund here so you could see something. We'll go to our Club Cash. Actually, you know what? That's not it. So we're going to log in, and I'm going to show you the back office here so you could see where to get your links and all that other stuff. So whenever you're going to advertise, you definitely want to be under website. When you're on a website, that's where you're going to actually get your link to market with. But before you start marketing with your link, I'm going to show you how to create a tracking link. So you can actually put it on Udemy so you'll know exactly what's happening with this traffic, how it's performing for you. As you can see, when you're in your back office, you're going to see this link right here, #1 cash getting method. And that's the only link you'll have back there. Now, as you can see, I've created tons of links, and I've done some tracking back here, to see the good traffic sources. So that's how I come up with the traffic source. I literally test them myself, and then I roll it out to the group. So you can see the #1 cash getting method here. That's the link that you have. In order to advertise on Udemy, you want to create a separate link for the person you're going to give that link to. So you could track and see how many hits you got, how many leads you have, how many requests you're getting. So request is how many people have actually requested the kit, sent off of the kit. And members is going to tell you how many people from wherever you're advertising, how many members you got from that process of you advertising. So you can imagine if you advertise on Udemy, you want to know how many hits you got from Udemy, how many leads you got. Leads are the people who actually put in their name and email here. You want to see how many leads you got, and then you actually want to see how many requests you got, and that's the kit. After they watch John Stalvey's video, you want to see how much people actually requested the kit, and then you want to see how many people actually signed up, in a sense, returned the kit and paid their $100 to actually join. So To advertise on Udemy, you want to create a special tracking link so you can see this process happening. So let's go back to Udemy now that we've kind of talked about that link. So there's two different ways we could advertise on Udemy. The quickest and fastest way to advertise on Udemy is just to tell the solo dealer, just send them a link to your group. What the solo dealer does when you actually tell them, just give them a link and say, just send traffic to that spot, is they write their own, they call it email swipe. So this is what you see in here, add text. So if you go to add text, it allows you to add a swipe, they call it. And the swipe is just a message that you send with your link. So I'm going to go into this one so you can see what a swipe looks like. So you can see a swipe is just an email. So you're crafting an email that you tell the solo dealer, send this exact email out with my link in it to your group. And the reason you want to do that is if you have a killer kind of, ad copy email that you know that people just salivate over, then it might be a good idea for you to personally write your own email swipe. So when people read this email, they really want to click on your Club Cash Fund link and actually go over to that spot. So if you could see this is the email I wrote for one of Cash Club Fund. And actually, you know what? This email came from the back office of Club Cash Fund under email swipe. They give you actually some email swipes. So you copy it and paste it here. But you can see that this link here, they call it hyperlink. If I click on it, you can see that it has my Club Cash Fund link in there. And you can see at the end, I made a special tracking link. I put Udemy 53019 to separate this out. So whenever I get traffic from this advertising spot, then I know that it came from Udemy and I could track how many hits, signups I got from it. So you can see that you could create your own ad copy. They call it email swipe. Or another way you could actually advertise is just not even use this spot at all and actually click, use your Club Cash Fund link and just have the advertisers advertise that for you. So I'm going to go back to add text here so you can see another difference I did. So when you use your link, you can see there's no email here. It actually just saved it. So you could actually add your link here. And let's go back here and actually do one so you can actually see the entire process. So if you're going to go on Udemy to advertise, all you need to do is just go here, create a new link. You want this new link to be a track link. So you're going to go ahead and create new link. And when you create new link, you want to hit the down arrow here, hit the #1 cascading method, and then just put something on there. So let's put Udemy, and I'm going to put test and create a link. When you hit that, it's going to create a new link for you under website. So if you go back to website, it's actually going to populate once it refreshes itself. So it populates, and at the very bottom, for you, it won't be too far down. You're just going to copy that link. So that's a special link that you've created that you want to give the advertisers on Udemy to say, okay, when I'm advertising on Udemy, that's where I'm going to send my traffic to that page. Now, if you look at it, it's the same page. It hasn't changed. It's the very same page that Club Cash Fund gives you. You can see that it's the very same page. The only difference is at the top, it has Udemy test. So when hits come from this Udemy test, it's going to register in your back office of Club Cash Fund and shows you that people did go to that spot, how many actually, put their name and email, how many actually requested the kit. So you copy that link, you go to Udemy, and you're going to put just a link in. And you're going to save it. So you can call it, something optional. So we're going to say test and the date. Say today's 6/22. All right. And then you save it. And that's it. Once you have that saved back here, now you're ready to go advertise as many times as you want. So to advertise on Udemy, you could use these two. Now, I usually like to go ahead and do solo deals because usually when I'm on Udemy, I'm ready to advertise. In a matter of, say, 24, 48 hours, I want my ad to go out. So what I normally do, and I want a good price, a very cheap price in a sense. So what I do is I look for solo deals. So when you look for solo deals, you'll see people who are advertising that they'll send out your links at a different prices. Now, most of these people on here under solo deals, when they advertise, they usually give you a discount. So that's why I love it. You get a discount for the traffic they'll be sending you. So instead of maybe charging you 59 cents per click, they're going to charge you, say, 45 cents or 40 cents, 49 cents. You can see the different prices. So you decide, how much you want to pay and based on what the advertisers offer. So I would go here, and what I usually shoot for is about 40 cents. 40 cents seems to be a sweet spot where you can get the right amount of traffic to the right amount of people and actually be in a decent list that will get you results. There's different price points. And you know what? I'm going to go under find sellers just to show you something a little different. So solo deals, like I mentioned, it's usually people giving you a discount from their traffic. When you hit find sellers, you're able to, in a sense, sort the kind of people you want to work with. You're able to sort the kind of solo dealers you want to send your traffic out. So you could pick different things, like you could pick your price point. So if you just want to see people who are selling traffic for 40 cents, right? You can pick your price point being just 40 cents. If you want to pick, say, when these people could start your traffic, so you want to start within 24 hours. So if you want to start, pretty much right away, you could sort it by that as well. So this way, it only brings up the members who could really send your traffic out fast for about the price point that you want. But solo deals works just the same way in the sense that, you're usually able to find a good dealer here. But if you want to, fine tune and actually pick some sellers that you want to work with constantly, it's a good idea just to go to, find sellers. And then this way you can narrow down your search in terms of who you want to work with. Because on Udemy, there's lots of solo dealers on here. So you definitely want to sort through it. If you're going through this method, you want to sort through it so you can find the best person to work with. Another thing that this allows you to do is once you sort through this, you're able to add these people in your favorites. So let's say, you're on here, you see a great person that you say, you know what, I'm not ready to do a solo ad, but when I am ready, I want to work with this person. I want that person to send me traffic. Then you could definitely hit them, make them your favorites. And to make them your favorites, simple process. Let's see here. Like this fellow here, let's find someone that probably isn't in my favorites. Okay, so we can go to this person here, and you can see it actually mentioned when these solo deals were here. This one was here 13 hours ago. This one is actually online. So if you have any questions, and this one's online, you could definitely reach out right to them and ask them a question. If they're online, and you could always leave a message as well, but if people are online, you could ask them a question, get an answer back. So this keeps a tally of when they were last seen, so you can know how active a person is on this platform. And I usually suggest that you work with people who are very active on the platform, because if they're active on the platform, that means they have traffic source, an email list that's pretty active, or they're actually working the business online. Well, actually, they're working their email business online, so you know that they could send you traffic that's probably decent traffic because their email list is probably not stale, because they're definitely bringing in more email subscribers on their list to be able to sell clicks on Udemy. So you know that, this list is probably still up to date and fresh. So you can see all the different solo dealers. Let's see. So a person like this, if you wanted to know, what kind of traffic they sell, you could just click on their name. Actually click on their profile, and it brings up their information here. It tells you who they are, and look what this actually did. It actually pull up your link, because remember, you put a link into Udemy. By clicking on that person, it automatically pull up your link, so that Udemy test we just did, it's ready to go. So all you'd have to do is, if you wanted to work with this person after you read his information, you just add this to cart, decide how many traffic you want, by scrolling this back and forth. Pick the date. If you don't want to send out, say, tomorrow, if you want to send a different date, you just click on there, determine where you want to send it out. So he'll have open slots. You'll see different open slots here that you could definitely decide where you want to send it out. And once you decide on the date, you just add it to cart and you pay for it. And pretty much when that date comes, that's when your traffic will be sent. Now you'll also see this little check mark here. It says give seller the option to send earlier than scheduled. If you check that box, it allows the solar dealer to send out your ad as fast as they can, in a sense. So if they have an open slot, say earlier than the 29th, they might send out your traffic earlier than the 29th that you specified. But if you really want your traffic to go out on a special day, then of course you'll uncheck this box to tell the solar dealer, no, send it out exactly the date that I want to send out. For me, I leave this checked because as soon as they could start delivering traffic to me, that's when I want it. Because you know what, guys? Here's the thing with this. People are always looking to make money. It doesn't matter what time of day, what time of night. It's like, people are just looking to make money. And the idea is if this person sends out the traffic, right, sends out your email, swipe, or your link to their list, and that person is clicking around, they're going to click on it. They're going to click on it, right? They're not going to wait till the 29th because that's a special day to click on it. If they get an email, they might not read it today, right? But maybe tomorrow they might actually read it, or the next day after that. So for me, it's like, I send these things out and just wait for the traffic to come in because you only pay when someone actually clicks on your link. So if you want, say, 100 visitors, you're paying for 100 visitors. This soldier would literally send you 100 visitors. So it doesn't matter if it's today or tomorrow. He has to send you 100 visitors. So for me, as fast as they could do it, that's when I want it. So this is how you pick a solar deal. You'd find one that looks interesting. You'd come here. You say, okay, that's that person. This tells you the percentage of buyers, in a sense, that this person, people have reported that this person, the solar dealer, actually gave them sales. So when someone else advertised with this solar dealers, they actually leave a report or a review of the solar dealer saying, okay, the solar dealer, gave me my visitors that was promised that I paid for. It tells probably give you information about how many opt-ins that person got to whatever they were promoting. And then these people also leave if they got sales. That means if they were advertising something to this person's list and the person from their list actually went there, did that person buy or did that person join the opportunity? So this is a measure of if that person joined an opportunity or buy the product the person was advertising. So this is saying this person's list, there's people on his list or he has a list that people actually get buyers from, people who buy a product, or people actually join an opportunity. And that's something you want to factor in when you're looking for a solar dealer. You definitely want the list that you're going to advertise to have some propensity to actually join opportunities or, buy a product that people are advertising. So that's something I look at. Does it have to be super high? It doesn't have to be super high, but, I do like to see that people on their list are responsive to join opportunities and buy things. The next thing, it tells you the price. So you can see that it's normally 42 cents. It's at a discount of 40 cents. So it's 40 cents per click. And it tells you the amount of time it takes for the seller to accept your offer. So why is that important? Some dealers aren't as active. So you might want to send a solo ad out and the dealer takes like 3 days to accept your solo. It's like, that's kind of a long time because you're probably ready to go. You want to get this thing rolling. If you take them 3 days to accept your solo, it's like, you could probably find someone else who could do it. So this tells you how responsive the solo dealer is. The next spot you'll see is how many visitors you could have. Now you can see that the minimum amount of visitors you could advertise with this dealer is 100. The maximum, if you scroll this, it tells you the maximum is only 150. Now, with something like this, I probably wouldn't advertise with this person because all they could give me is a maximum of 150 visitors. That's telling me that this solar dealer's list is probably very small. So that means, you know what, if I did this solar ad with him now, right, and got any kind of result, if I wanted to do another one because his list is decent, I would worry that he doesn't have a big enough list that if he sends it out again, it will be a fresh batch of people on his list seeing it. It might be the same group of people who are seeing the offer that I sent out already. So with that being a small list, I probably wouldn't do it. If I did it, it was only to be just to do a one-time advertising with this person. That would be it. But when I'm looking to advertise with people on Udemy, I want them to have a big enough list that if I find that this list is good, then I could repeatedly um, advertise with them, so I can scale things up because I know their list is good, so I can constantly get good results from them. So if you found one, looks good, you kind of, you determine how much you want, what date you want to send it. The other thing you want to look at is the seller's rating. If you scroll down, we show you more information about this seller, and you can read more details. Now it says this one has 90% tier 1 traffic. Now all tier 1 means is, all right, let's see here. All tier 1 means is that it's from certain countries. It's usually from English-speaking countries. Actually, let's do another one. All right, so tier 1, all tier 1 means is, let's get this rolling here. All right, now while that actually gets caught up with me, tier 1 is usually, not usually, it is. It means English-speaking countries that have money to spend, in a sense, that probably could afford what you have to sell. So that usually includes the USA, being pretty much the top of the heap here, top of the list. The USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and a few others. So top tier just really mean English-speaking countries who pretty much speak English pretty well, and kind of the economy is decent enough that they could actually afford something. So you'll see that when they say top tier 1 traffic, so that's 90%. So 90% of their traffic base is from the USA, Canada, Australia, another country, New Zealand, and the rest might be from places like India, Pakistan, Middle Eastern countries, um, places like that you know probably couldn't afford what you're offering. I mean, there's people in the country who could afford it, but the majority isn't. So that's what you want. You want it to be a high top tier percentage. If he tells you that he gives you 10% over delivery, that means if you order 100, he'll give you 10% over, so you get 110 clicks to your site. He says fresh leads every day. That means he's adding new people to his list every day, and new orders are accepted promptly, so he accepts your orders promptly. So that's his bio in terms of telling you about this particular list. And then he tells you what his list responds to. So he's telling you make money online, multi-level marketing, crypto, and biz ops are products that if you send all those kind of things, his list will be responsive to. Now if you scroll down, you'll see a little map of the world here, and it kind of points out where his traffic is. So you see 91%. If you click on it or highlight it, kind of hover over it, it tells you that from this 90% of top tier traffic, that 79% of them are in US, 4% Australia. So these are the top tier countries: United States, Australia, Canada, UK, and New Zealand. So 79% are USA, 4% Australia, 4% Canada, and the rest New Zealand. So the other 9% constitute the rest of the world. That could be India. Any miscellaneous amount of countries make up that 9% to give you the traffic. Now here's the thing with Club Cash Fund, since we're USA only, right? Our opportunity is only for USA only folks. The goal is to have a high amount of USA kind of people on a person's email list. So if you have a high amount of people on their email list, that's a great list. But on Udemy, you pay a whole lot to have USA only. So it's not a bad thing or a bad deal if you get a percentage mix as opposed to 100% USA. What I usually shoot for is about 80% United States folks on a person's list. So I know if I have at least 80%, then the conversion, those 80%. So if I'm advertising, say, to a list or trying to get traffic 100 clicks, that means 80% of those 100 clicks might be from the USA. That's what that means. So I'll take 80 people on a list if I want to, advertise for 100, but I only get 80 USA out of the whole bunch. Have them go through the process is much better than not getting any traffic at all. Because I mean, you could do it yourself, going out there advertising in different places, and you don't know who's going to be clicking on your links, right? They could be from the U.S., they could be from different countries, India, Pakistan, some of these places that for sure they wouldn't be able to get into Club Cash Fund. So 80% for me, that's my threshold. It's a good thing. And then if you scroll down below, it shows you how many people have probably bought clicks from this person. And then you'll see actual reviews. And I don't see any reviews here, but you'll see reviews of, let's go find the person's review. You'll see the review when other people kind of advertise with them. They leave reviews of how the ad went. So you can see this person said, great solo. This one will purchase again. Great service, quick delivery, posted 40% opt-in. So that's pretty impressive. That 40%, that means 40% when they went to a site that looks like this, they put in their name and email address, which is great. That's a great opt-in. So that's what you're looking for. You want to see people having some positive results from these solo dealers. And it's a peer-to-peer kind of, what can I say, review. So no one is making this person say nice things about this person. I mean, you don't get any perks for saying good things about the solo person that you advertise with. So these are usually very good review and honest review of what happened with the solo. So this one says very good leads. And then if you notice this green thumbs up means that this person got a sale. That means after they advertised whatever they were advertising, the leads did whatever, someone, from that list actually went ahead and bought whatever product this person was selling. So you want to see those, and that definitely gives you a good feeling that, this list is responsive. So you could go in, kind of check out and see their reviews of how the results are for other people. If they're getting opt-ins, and opt-ins mean, literally the list, put their name and email in the box. You want someone to be able to do that, or do that. And the people on this list are not incentivized to put their name and email in here. They only do it because, they're curious, they're interested, or the material converts very well, right? Like they went to a page like this and say, I wonder what this is all about. And they put their information in there. So Udemy, really a terrific place to get fast traffic and get any business up and going. I mean, I use this a lot. Now, once you find your sole dealer, so this is not someone I would advertise with. Even though he has some good ratings, I mean, I want to be able to advertise with someone I know I can scale up with them and do a lot more advertising with. And this one, I get the sense personally that, with his list, with you only being able to advertise, send 150 clicks, and that's it. I'm concerned that he wouldn't be able to send me more clicks if I wanted more clicks. So let's say if I advertise today and I got 150 clicks, and I go back and say, tomorrow I want to go advertise with him again. I really got a great response. I wouldn't feel confident that if he sent my link out, if it wouldn't be to the same group of people, because it's like, between a day or a couple days, it's like the possibilities. I just don't think he has the amount of people on his email list to support that. So I'd probably go find a new one, and you go through the same process. I'll go back to solo deals. I'd say, 40 cents. If I'm looking for someone who's selling traffic for 40 cents, I just go through and, maybe pick someone and say, okay, let's see this one. Because this one says 95% tier 1. That means 95% of his list are like USA people, Canadians. So we're going to go see what his list looks like. So if you click on that one, and again, see, you're ready to advertise. All you do, once you put that link in there, right? When you click on a solo dealer, your link auto-populates in there, so you're ready to go advertise. So this person, they have 30% sales. So their list does produce sales. You can see that it was at 45 cents, now discounted to 40 cents, and they respond very quickly. It also tells you where the solo dealer is. Now, I really haven't found that if they're not in the USA, that it makes a difference. I mean, I don't quite get, Singapore, I mean, imagine he speaks a different language, but yet his email list has English-speaking people on it. So I know if you're looking at this, sometimes you're wondering, can this person who's in a different country, who probably is not a native English speaker, right, could build a list with people who speak English, but they do. Um, so this one says the maximum visitors that they could give you is 800. You can see that you could get the minimum being 50 for this one. And remember the last one, the minimum was 100. So the difference is if you wanted to test really small lists, small amounts of traffic, you could definitely do it because the price points are probably even smaller. So depending on your budget, you know, if you don't have a whole lot, you could definitely come here and, get a small amount of traffic when you can and get a better bang for your buck than, trying to, wait till you have money to spend on a lot of traffic. So you could get as low as 50 clicks to your site with this guy up to 900 visitors actually. So this is someone I would definitely consider using because he has enough traffic that if I came back a different day, right, I won't feel like he's sending my link to the same group of people. His group is big enough that I will probably hit a whole different set of people by sending my link out to the group again if I advertise with this person again. So you can see you decide how much you want. So if you said I want 125 visitors, then it tells you what the price is. And my sweet spot is about testing 100 visitors. That's what I usually like to test, about 100 visitors. But if you got, 50, it's better than doing 0, right? So at 100, it tells you what the price is. And here's another suggestion for you guys. If you guys are looking to say, you gotta get traffic, you're like, okay, I want to do about 300 worth of traffic. What I would suggest you do is find 3 different solo dealers who could do 300, who could do 100 each, and test it. Because the thing with this is you want to find your group of solo dealers that you want to work with that's giving you good traffic. Because I mean, I could tell you, go use this one person, right? But if everyone goes use this one person, then not to say that for sure this one person will send traffic, send the link that you're sending, your Club Cash Fund link, to the same group of people that he sent mine toward, someone else on the team. But by, keeping it different, right? Different people are advertising to different groups. You're going to get a different mix of people who will join Club Cash Fund. And you definitely want a different mix of people. And you want to, in a sense, find your own group so it doesn't become saturated. You're advertising to the list, and the list could be, I mean, some people have like, say, 300,000 people on their list, 200,000 people on their list. So the chances of you and me and a couple more people and maybe, a couple hundred people actually advertising to the list and getting the same people seeing the same thing, it's small. But to make sure that that doesn't remotely enter the equation, it just makes sense that, you go out, find your solo dealers, and this will equate the playing field in a sense. So you know that this list is not saturated with just Club Cash Fund people just advertising to this one list only. So and also keep in mind that these list dealers are actually building their list on a daily basis. So they're new people they're getting on their list. They're cleaning up the list, sending the old people off, and maintaining the list to be clean. So the idea of things being saturated is not a big, super big issue, but just to keep it where nothing is, that variable is out in terms of, I wonder if I said, oh, go to this guy and advertise. If the whole Club Cash Fund go to this guy and advertise, then at some point it could very well become like that. But if it's a random thing that you haven't advertised with someone that another Club Cash Fund member advertised to, it's not a big deal, right? That's going to be oversaturated. It probably equates itself out that you're not advertising to the same part of this person's list. So here's the thing. You decide how much traffic you want. Pick your date that you want to go out. If you don't, want to go on a special date, just leave it the way it is. And if you're just advertising your link, right, that means the solo deal will actually send this link out to his group and he'll write the ad text or do whatever he needs to do to get people to go to your site. But if you have a special message you want to include, you could definitely say, I have an ad text. So if you click this, you notice if I click that, it actually, please write my swipe copy. You can put your ad copy in here, right? You could type whatever it is and put your link in here. So you could actually highlight that, make that a hyperlink. And you can notice that that now becomes your link. So if you wrote an email and said, then say, click here to check this out. Then what you want to do, instead of putting your link like this down here, you'd actually make this a hyperlink by highlighting it and making it, click on the link, delete that, and put your link in, and you'll notice that this is hyperlinked. Now the easiest method is, I suggest, just don't say you have an ad copy and have them actually send out your ad copy for you. Then once you decide on the amount of hits you want, add it to cart. Now you can see for 300 visitors, it's only 125 bucks, which is pretty good. So that's why I keep like the sweet spot here of 40 cents, because you can get a lot more clicks to your site, getting a lot more activity. I mean, that's 300 people that you're reaching instantly. And how much energy and effort will it take to reach 300 people actually going to your site who have an interest, looking to make money online? If you're doing some of these other methods, right? Some of these free methods that you're posting on some of these sites, and you're not getting anyone, right, signing up or responding. They're just people clicking on the link, looking at it, and they don't do anything. With this kind of stuff, you get the traffic, but you also get the opt-ins. People actually put their name and email and actually check out your opportunity, and that's exactly what you want. Now you can see information about the seller. You can read what it is. You can see reviews from this person. You can see they give some reviews here. They kind of give some information about their list. You can see that it's 98% top tier, with 87% being from the United States. So this is definitely a list I would want to advertise to and give it a test. And you can see that quite a few people have bought. That means this is a pretty popular kind of person, or people interested in this list. So this list sounds like an interesting one that I would definitely test and see how it goes. And if it goes well, I'll definitely keep him as a favorite. So if you want to keep them as a favorite, all you need to do is just click that little heart here that adds them to your favorite list. So whenever you come back, you could always find this seller since you already researched them and like them. And then you'll actually see your favorites over on this side. There's a favorite column there. I'm going to go to Udemy. So on this side, it lists your favorites. I'm going to go find sellers. And there's a spot over here, normally, after it updates itself, that says it's your favorites. So it actually lists your favorites. So if you come back and want to do some advertising, you can find your favorites. All right. So that's really it, guys. To advertise on this platform, really simple. You just go ahead, either hit on solar deals or find sellers. This allows you to really fine-tune what you're looking for in terms maybe of pricing, in terms of time they could send things out. It gives you different price points. And what I suggest you do is actually read this information here. Your tolerance for picking some of these dealers might be different. So as you can see, this one has 200,000 lists. They add 3,000 to 5,000 new subscribers to their list every day. That actually every week. They're telling you that this is a 90% top tier. That means 97% of these people on their list speaks English. And it breaks it down further into how much is in US versus the other English-speaking countries. So for this person, you can see it's 49 cents. But you know what? If this list resonates with you, and it's just a matter of your tolerance for how much you want to pay. So I would definitely, bump it up at some point to different price points just to test different lists, because the whole goal of this is to have results. So if the list at, say, 40 cents, you've tried a list at 40 cents, it didn't work out well for you because of some, parameters, and you want to try, say, maybe a different list that has different features in it, definitely go for it, because the goal of this is to get responses. It's not about, in a sense, penny pinching here and there, but not getting any results. So if you see a list that resonates with you, you have an insight that, you know what, this list looks like it's going to convert very, very well for me, then definitely go ahead and give it a test, because there's so many dealers on Udemy that it's impossible for one person to find all the good ones, right? And test all the good ones. So if you find one, you like it, go ahead and test it. If you test it, it gives you results, then go ahead and stick with it. As you can see, that's when you stick with a list, right? When they have this many people being added every week and they have a big email list, you could definitely scale up your business. You could actually, once you find a dealer, keep advertising with them over and over again, because you know their list is growing bigger than you could advertise. So if you're advertising to say only 100 of these, right? The next time you're just touching a small fraction of this list again. So you could definitely advertise with this person over and over again. And that's what I mentioned about the last fellow that we saw. He only had a list of 150, right? So if you could only advertise to 150, that means he might not be adding to his list as quickly, so that if you hit his list repeatedly, you'll probably end up getting the same people looking at your stuff. Now, how do you track this stuff in Club Cash Fund? So if you look back here, let's see if I refresh this, if this updates. All right, we're going to go back here and take a peek at websites. So websites is where you go to see how your traffic is going, how it's doing. That's going to be the biggest thing you want to watch, because that's going to show you, okay, where you're advertising, how that's working. So you can see that this link, this Udemy testing, has been clicked 4 times, and that's because I clicked it probably 4 times, doing the demo of going there. So that's what's going to happen when you start advertising on Udemy. You're going to see how many people actually click the link. And if you go to Udemy and you're buying, say, let's see here, you're buying 200 clicks. Wow, that's a beautiful price there. 200 clicks at 49 cents. So this one is someone I'm actually going to add to. Oh, he's on my favorites. I think I'm going to use this person again. So at 200 visitors, it's $100. So he's going to send you 200 email subscribers on his list to your Club Cash Fund page here. And if they're interested, they're going to fill out their name and email address, because no one's incentivizing them to do that. No one's telling them to do that. They come here and this looks interesting. They're going to fill out their name and email. When they do, they get popped over to John Stalvey's video that recommends that they, request a kit. So you'll see that you had, if you request, 200 visitors, in this column here, it's going to be 200 or a bit over 200. It's going to say how many people actually went to this, click on your link. From that spot, it's going to tell you how many people actually filled in their name and email. So that's where you're going to get your, they call it opt-in rate. So if 200 people went to the site, actually looked at the page, right, they got here, that's going to be your clicks, 200 clicks. That's what you're paying for on Udemy. Say 200 clicks or 100 clicks or 50 clicks. Then when they fill their name and email in, that's what's going to be recorded here as being your leads or the opt-ins. That's a good number. You want to see that. Like I did this one right here. I got 261 clicks. 49 of them actually opted in, put their name and email in this box here. And 12 of them actually requested a kit. Literally told John to mail in a kit. So that's what you want to see when you monitor this. And of course, when they get their kits and actually review it, and if some go ahead and upgrade or join the company, then that's where you see that you have members. And of course, when you have members, that's when you get paid. So you definitely want to see that happening. So that's it, guys. Really a simple process that, you know what, if you want to jumpstart your business as fast as you can, go to Udemy, go to Solo Deals, make sure you create a special tracking link so you could advertise on Udemy and you could see the results of that. And it's as simple as go to your back office of Club Cash Fund, click on website, click on create new link. Once you get that, you hit the drop down button, number 1 cash getting method, put a tag in there, Udemy test, and I'll just call this number 2. Create a link. So let's say you're advertising with, who's this fellow here? This fellow is Indulus. If you're advertising with Indulus and you're like, okay, I want to see how this one dealer list is, you could actually just put his name right there. Actually, we have to do another one. Okay, we're gonna do another one. So if you want to test, individual person on Udemy, you just put something very specific so you could remember who on Udemy that you used. So that was, I'll put his name in, do let's hit create, and you can see that the link is just below here. You could copy this link, and if you're advertising within the list, all you'd have to do is delete this one and put his in there. And this way, whenever he sends you traffic, you'll know it came exactly from him, and you could monitor exactly how his traffic did for you. You could add it to cart. That's it. Actually, you know what? I'll just take you over there so you can see the entire process. You add it to cart, and you pay for it. You either pay by PayPal, credit card, and once you hit submit, it's actually going to go to him saying that he has a new person who wants to solo with him, and he gets the option, or you'll get the option of knowing when it's actually received. So you can see I have a solo in process here with this person right now, and it tells you how the solo is going. So 18% has been delivered. So I ordered 200 clicks. I got 35 so far, and it's counting down to tell me when those 200 has been delivered. And that's as simple as it is, guys. You get to go to your back office and actually monitor everything that's happening with that solo, so you know exactly how that's performing. So that's the training today, guys. I wanted to give you about advertising on Udemy. Very simple process. This information is in the Fast Start training. So if you haven't gotten the Fast Start training, definitely reach out to me. If I'm your sponsor, or if you were invited to this team call by your sponsor, then reach back out to them and have them get you the information of how to get started very fast with that Fast Start training blueprint. Now, I don't see any questions. Does anyone have any questions here? Okay, so it's been about an hour, and normally that says probably a good stopping point. Because got all the information you need now to start advertising on Udemy. My suggestion is, you know what, if you have an idea of how to advertise, definitely go ahead and do that. So you could definitely do it in conjunction with doing this, because I do quite a few advertising different places. And the reason you want to do that, if you have that ability to advertise different places, is you attract different people from different places. So you have a good mix of people joining in Club Cash Fund. But if you have no idea what to do, right, struggling to kind of put something together, don't know what to do, trust me, guys, this is the fastest way to get things started. And what I realize is when you're marketing online for the first time, what you need to have happen is you need some motivation. And the only way you get motivation to keep going is if you have activity and results happening. And this is going to give you activity and results happening in your Club Cash Flow business that will, in a sense, motivate you to even do even more, because it becomes really exciting when you're seeing the numbers in the back office of people, really participating in your business. So check out the blueprint. And actually, let's see here. And if you're not signed up to Udemy, just shoot me an email, or actually just request that Fast Start training, because the Fast Start training walks you through everything, how to advertise on Udemy, and it also gives you a link so you could actually get here and get signed up. And then you just go here, find solo dealers, put that special link in there, pay for your solo, and just sit back and wait for someone else to, in a sense, deliver the traffic for you, instead of you going out there driving yourself nuts trying to figure out, okay, how should I advertise? What ad should I run, and where should I put it? And wonder, why is no one clicking on this link? How long should I wait before I start getting traffic from different sites? Udemy is just a fast process. They just send you traffic directly to your link only, so you could have the process started where people are actually coming to a page like this, deciding, you know what, this looks simple enough. Put their name and email address in there. They get shoot it over to John Stalby's video where he does, the selling and telling for all of us, and we just get to collect the money that he sends us every week. So guys, this is it for the training. If you're not on the newsletter that gets you to these team calls, what you want to do is reach back out to the person who your sponsor, tell them that you want to be on a notification list, so when there's other training by the team where I show you different techniques to market online or even offline, that you get those emails so you could actually show up to these training calls and be prepared to learn, or definitely ask any questions that you have. So guys, thanks again for coming out to this training. Any questions you have, definitely shoot me an email, or I'll meet you next week. We'll plan another one where I'll see you here and we'll talk about a different topic for marketing. So you guys have a great weekend.